open this, Jay.
Oh yeah, I need some help.
Yeah, man. There you go. Dang, just rip it all up.
I gotta open it.
Don't rip that. See all them zeros? So you might not know what this is, Stink. That's $14,000.
What? For what?
The business that I've been doing.
$17,000 right there.
Yeah. We're showing bank accounts, okay? What we're talking about, Dolmar?
$361,000.
About COVID-19.
I'll literally show you the check right here, $55,000.
This is actually closed. Money is actually there.
It's to about $51,000 gross.
You have over 100 grand projected profit to close.
Oh, I got another deal. I forgot.
It can't get more realer than that, right?
I'm gonna flip the paper on recession proof.
How are you, man?
Man, I'm blessed. I can't complain at all.
You're $17,000 richer today.
Man, I had a little dance walking up in there.
So I wanted to do this video with you real quick, just to break down the deal. This is your first deal, right?
Correct.
So I wanted to do a quick video interview to do a case study of your first deal and walk through it real quick, because I know videos like this are going to inspire other people. There's still many other people who are skeptical, not sure, is this real? Is this legit? And they're questioning if it's possible for them. And so I just wanted to chat with you real quick to show everybody that, people just like you are doing this. Why not you? And this is your first deal, but it's definitely not going to be your last. It's the first of many.
Yes, sir.
All right. So Jay sent me this post. Actually, he made this post in our Facebook group yesterday, and I caught it. He tagged me in it and said, hey, I finally closed on my very first property. I'm going to finally pick up my first check. I'm praying it's the first of many, which I'm confident it will be definitely the first of many. Thank you, Dolmar Cross and team. And then I could see a post here from, it looks like the title company, the closing company, saying, hey, we closed escrow today. I have your assignment fee ready. I sent a private message to Jay asking him, hey, bro, how much was that check? How much was that first deal? And he wrote me back on Facebook and said $17,000. You attended the Your First Deal workshop, the 3-day class, the end of August. And so that is what, a little over a month ago? What is that, 5-6 weeks ago? Something like that?
The accelerator course too. I didn't take action right then. I did the accelerator course. So I was in the accelerator course for 4 weeks. So I came out of that course. September 25th was my last day in training. And I talked to the seller and got this locked up, signed by the seller on the 30th.
Oh, wow. So you attended the 3-day Your First Deal workshop program, enrolled in our mentorship program, which is the accelerator. The accelerator course is part of that mentorship program. You waited till you graduated that 4-week intensive baptism by fire program. And you said your last day was the end of September. September what?
I think it was September 25th was that Friday.
Friday. And then that's when you started dialing, making calls?
I started dialing. I take that back. I started dialing the 23rd. I started dabbling in it. I did 3 calls. I'm like, I found stuff to do. I got other stuff to do and start, the fear factor. Yeah. And then the 28th, I'm like, dude, man, I'm a grown man. I can't be sitting up here acting like this. I'm scared to make phone calls. So I was like, forget it. What's the worst they're going to tell me?
Yeah, exactly. So you started making calls. How quickly do you lock up your first deal?
About, I'll say 2 to 3 days.
Man, and where do you live right now? What market are you in?
I'm in California, Central Valley, Fresno, California.
And where was this deal located that you locked up?
In Fresno County, but it was in the city of Kalinga.
Okay. Did you do any of it virtually, or because it was in your own backyard, you did some in-person stuff?
So I did in person on purpose because I wanted to see the property firsthand, but I started off virtually. I had my dialer system. I called them, spoke with them, had them send me a couple of pictures. He was real adamant about me coming to see the property. But I had like you taught in your course, I just had them send me pictures. But then I was thinking to myself, like, man, if I want to get good at this, I need to know what I'm looking at. Since it is in my backyard, why not drive out there? It's about an hour away. So I drove out there and then looked at it, and then everything else was done virtually after that. I just drove out there to look at the property.
Awesome. And so you looked at the property, talked to the seller. Let's go back for a little bit. So I actually want to talk to you about, how did you find the deal?
So I have a vacant absentee list of everything in Fresno County. So it was about a list of like 400 people or houses.
Now, talk me through that. When did you get the deal under contract? What time frame? What date was that? Do you remember?
The exact date, I would have to look at my DocuSign, but like I said, it was the end of September, so it was like 3 days after your course. It was within a week after the accelerator program. Put it that way.
So within a week after the program, you took action, started working, got it locked up on the contract, and then how long did it take to actually close that deal to get the money in your bank account? What is that? We're in November now. So is that 6 weeks?
Yesterday, November 9th, the title company sent me that email that I sent you saying that everything closed, but I was at work, so I couldn't get there yesterday. So yesterday it finally closed.
So that's like 5-6 weeks, something like that, somewhere around there. 5-6 weeks is what it took from beginning to end to close your first deal, walked away with $17,000. Can you walk me through that? How did you find the buyer, and how did you structure the deal with the buyer? Because you said you got a $14,000 check, but also got the buyer to pay you some more money as well out of his proceeds. How did you structure this?
So to start from the very beginning, like I said, called from the vacant list, spoke to the seller. He said they own the house free and clear. Mom passed away, if I remember, in 2007, and he just been using it as like a storage facility. He just been storing stuff in there from his house. So he's ready to cut ties, ready to let it go. So he did the whole, I'm not sure what I wanted, what it's worth and all that stuff, just like they taught us in the class. And so I kept trying to pull it out of him. And then he just wasn't giving in. So I'm like, I'm gonna throw like a low number. So I'm like, well, how about 20,000? I was shaking, bro. I'm like, dude, 20,000 for a house? You can get a car. It's more expensive than that. So he was like, let me talk to my wife. So I was waiting on him to cuss me out, but he said, wait, let me talk to my wife. I'm like, okay. So then he goes, well, that's low. We was looking at a little bit more. I'm like, then I think this is where I messed up. I go, well, the best I can do is like 50. So I was trying to structure it how you taught me with the gap, but I didn't do it right. So he was like, oh, 50, cool. I know I could have got him for like 30 or 40 then, dang. But I mean, it is what it is. So he's like, 50, cool. So I sent him over the DocuSign. He signed it. Then I just got in the Facebook groups, like you talked about, sent out like, hey, I'm wholesaling in this area. I'm looking for new cash buyers. I need to build my cash buyer list. My DM and stuff blew up. I had like 12 within the first 60 seconds. People saying like, hey, I'm a cash buyer, I'm a cash buyer, I'm a cash buyer. So I know this guy that I went to high school with. Well, I didn't necessarily go to high school with him. We was in high school at the same time, and we ran together a lot. We did a lot of partying and stuff together, and he flips now. So he told me about Rich Dad Poor Dad. And so I'm like, you know what? I hit him up like, hey, bro, I got this house I just locked up. I'm saying, I don't know if you got the funds or not. Are you interested? He said like, yeah. So I sent it over to him. He's a real estate agent also. So I sent it over to him. He looked at everything. He was like, cool, what do you want for it? So I was like 70. And he was like, man, my money's a little tight right now. I don't know if I can do 70. I ran the numbers and this and that. So I wouldn't advise nobody to do this. I just did this because I was comfortable with him. I'm like, dude, since you're my boy and I'm just getting in, I'm like, dude, 67 in. Like, because usually I'd have been like, all right, well, if you can't do it, I have buyers now. I'm gonna just shoot it to somebody else. But I'm like 67. He was like, all right, dude, I could squeeze 67. He was like, I have to get a hard money loan, so it's gonna take a little minute, but we could do it that way. So then my seller comes back to me and goes, hey, I'm going out of town. I've been having this trip plan for a while. I need to get all this junk. Remember, I told you all the stuff he had in there. I need to get all this junk that I want to keep out of the house. And I'm going fishing up north somewhere like Washington. I'm gonna be gone for about a week and a half. And it got pushed back. And so finally it went through and here we are.
Yeah, but kudos to you, man. You didn't let those setbacks, potential hurdles and hiccups that you experienced going through the process stop you. You worked it out with the seller, worked out whatever issues popped up, kept him on track, kept him focused to get the deal and done and see it through till the end. So kudos to you for that. And I definitely think you could have made more money on this deal as well, based on how that conversation went with the seller. But that's all right. You are learning through experience, through doing, and you're going to be more confident and so forth going forward with other deals in the future. So I wanted to ask you real quick, before you got into real estate, what did you do before you got into real estate, and why did you choose to jump into this business?
So I am a police officer here. And I've been doing this since 2009. So about 11 years now. Before that, I worked for the school district and I coached sports and stuff like that. But honestly, I've always had an eye for real estate. Like my mom has always talked to me about real estate and she's always wanted to do it, but never did it. And I think I sort of just got that bug. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I heard about it in about 2015, 16-ish, but then I heard it was illegal and I was still sort of newish in my job and I wanted to be all gun ho and work on all these TAC teams and special units. So I'm like, I'm not touching that. This is what I want to do. And now just the reason why I want to get into it, I've always wanted to, like I said, be in real estate and own property, but I've always wanted to work for myself. And I had an issue at work when my father died that really rubbed me the wrong way. It's like, they'll tell you they care about your family and this and that, but when stuff hit the fan, it's like, why aren't you here? Why aren't you here? You need to be focused on here. And I'm like, dude, I'm over it. I'm missing holiday. I'm letting another grown man tell me when I can be at my kid's birthday, when I can be at a family function, at a holiday, and I get paid more to do real estate than what I'm making now. Sign me up. Sign me up.
It's interesting. We get a lot of people, students in our classes with the same complaint. Many of them realizing when they got laid off from their job because of what's going on in the world right now, that job security isn't as secure as they thought. And many of them also realizing that, dude, why am I building someone else's dream, someone else's empire? Why am I not doing this for myself? Why do I have to answer to someone else or ask permission, like you're saying, when I can get time off to spend more time with my family, how much time I can get off to go vacation and actually enjoy this life? Many people are looking for financial freedom. Many people are also looking to build legacy wealth and generational wealth. And it sounds like, that's what you were leaning into. That's what you're really seeking. And so now that you've closed your first deal, you got a taste of what's possible with this business. What does the future look like for you now?
Man,
are you keeping your job? Are you still a cop today? Or are you like, or are you, what are you doing?
I thought about it like, man, just walking in there, throwing everything off, be like, hey, I'm out. But no, honestly, if it was just me, if I didn't have a family, I would have, dude. I'm the type where I'm like, I need to be pressured. I've always been like that in sports and whatever I've done, I've always thrived better under pressure. And so if I cross this bridge or sail to this island, sink the ship, like I know I have to survive. But I have my kids and my family and stuff to think about, that I have mouths to feed. So I would be okay sleeping on the couch or taking that risk. But with them, I need to be a little bit more strategic. So I'm not quitting just yet, but I did set a goal and I'm gonna say it on here so it can hold me even more accountable by the end of next year.
By the end of next year, you're gonna leave
2021.
2021, you're retiring from your current job as a police officer in California to go full force in real estate full time.
Yes. I wanna double my income because I know this is active income, but if I'm doing deals consistently where I have double of my income right now, and I put up about a year's worth for my house note and stuff like that, if something crazy happens, I know I got to grind. I know it's going to be a grind to do it, but that is my goal to get there. Then I can go ahead and resign and have that safety and that cushion in case something happens.
I love it. Do you have your license? Do you have a real estate license? And did you have So no real estate license. Do you have any experience of real estate before getting into our class and doing this deal?
No, like I said, I heard about it, but I really didn't know what it was.
All
I
right.
just knew all I knew is you talk to people and see if they want to sell their house. Okay. Why would they sell to me?
I know, right? A lot of people get in their head about that. Like, it sounds too simple. It sounds too easy.
Right.
It sounds too good to be true. Did you use any of your own money, by the way, to do this actual deal?
No, none. Not one red cent.
Man. So, oh my God, it actually works. People are actually doing this.
Bro. So I was sitting here thinking like, dude, like you said, people see this and be like, dude, can it be me? Can it be me? I've always been the type like, dude, whatever you could do, I could do. Now, with you're excellent at what you do. Evidently, you know what you're doing. And I don't mean this in no disrespect, but I look at it like, dude, if he can do this, what makes him better than me? Now, by your experience and stuff that you went through, you're more knowledgeable than me. You have a lot more knowledge and experience than I have. I have to go through these trials and tribulations to get there, but you're cutting some of that out with what you're teaching. You're cutting some of these hurdles and mountains that we would have to dig and climb with our bare hands with what you're teaching, where you're giving us a ladder. This is how you get over this mountain. This is how you get over this hurdle. So it's not that hard. But I look at it as if he can do it, I can do it. But with this, I was a little like, bro, I don't know if I can do this. Like, and then not getting that consistent check every 2 weeks. I had that false sense of job security too. But now I'm like a shark in the water when he tastes blood, bro. I'm for real. I'm like an addict right now. Like, I need a fix. I'm hungry, dude.
You know, I remember chatting with you actually during the 3-day Your First Deal class. You know, we had a moment where I opened up and chatted with everyone, say, hey, can you share your aha moment with me? And I remember our conversation. I remember you telling, remember, I'm going to do this. I need to do this. So I remember that conversation. And it's just so cool where just, what is it now? Like a little over almost 2 months ago, you were in this class. And look at you now today, actualizing, bringing it to reality, your reality check, your first deal. And it's a big one too. It's bigger than the average deal that we talk about of $10,000. You walked away with a $17,000 payday on this one. Now, it closed yesterday. Do you have the check in hand already? Is the money already in the bank account?
So they asked me if I wanted them to wire it. But since it was my first one, like, man, I don't care about no COVID. I don't care about none of that. I need to feel that. I need to go pick that up. I went in uniform, bro. I walked in there. It was like, what's wrong? You have my money. She started laughing. She was like, what? I'm like, I'm here to pick up my assignment fee. And you tell like joking around. She was like, oh, okay. But yeah, the check was for 14. And the 3,000. So with the hard money lender, he did the numbers wrong. So they wouldn't give him the extra money or whatever to cover the 3, but he had money put away. So he just, and like I said, because I know him, I trusted him with this because we've been knowing each other since we was like 16. He gave me an extra 3, but I do have the check for 14 right here.
Let's see it. There it is. November 9th of this year, 2020, $14,000. And your buyer gave you another $3,000 from his proceeds, from his pocket, to bring it up to $17,000 total. Man, amazing, bro. Amazing.
Thank you.
Bro, this is amazing. Were you skeptical at all? I know you had other people in your head saying that's illegal, that's not possible. And so you enrolled in our class anyway.
Right.
And so even after the 3-day class, were you like just in your head a little bit, even just going through the program, that this is skeptical, I'm not sure?
As far as if it was illegal or not, no. Like, I follow you, I follow multiple people on Instagram and look at YouTube and stuff. So I'm like, if all these people are doing it, nobody been locked up, like, it's not illegal, right? And they making money. So that part, no. Skeptical on if I could do it. Like I said, I had to get that doubt and that fear out of my mind and look at it like I've accomplished everything else. I was told I wouldn't be a cop because I had some background issues growing up, got in a little trouble. I was told that I couldn't play college ball. I was told I couldn't do a lot of stuff. And with that stuff, because it was physical, I'm always like, if it's physical, like, you got to bring something to get some. So I could do it. With this, is not so much physical, it's more mental. So I was a little skeptical at first, but your course and your class After I took your course in class, I wasn't skeptical at all. It was a matter of me just putting in the work, because the way you guys laid everything out, it put it in perspective. Like, dude, anybody can do this. You just got to bust your butt and do it.
For sure.
Like, you can teach everything, but you're not here with me pushing me to do it. You can motivate me and say all the stuff you want to say, but I have to do it. So I wasn't skeptical at all after I took your course.
For sure. And that's why I want to commend you, man. I know you said in the post here, thank you, Dolmar, and so forth, and team, who helped make this a reality. But we just gave you the blueprint. We just gave you the game plan. We gave you the specialized knowledge. It was you who put in the work to actually make it happen. Because you could have, like some average people, right, that are comfortable and they're okay with living an ordinary, mediocre life. And there's nothing wrong with that. They don't take action. They procrastinate. Like some people, they enroll in classes like mine and they do nothing with the information. Nothing. And then they expect something to happen. And then they point the finger at other people, blaming other people why nothing's working out for them, right? Oh, this didn't work out for me. So I commend you, because this is only a reality. This only became possible because you put in the work. That's it. You took the information and you ran with it. And so what's the income goal for you for next year now?
Like I said, I want to double. So right now I make a little over 100,000. So I'm looking to make over 200,000 next year.
Nice.
I mean, just saying it seems like oof, but like I said, now it's something tangible that I touched. Like, and I teach my kids this. Like, you could sit here and whine and cry about how hard stuff is, but do something to change it. So I know it's going to be tough, but sitting here saying it's going to be tough, it's not going to get any easier. Got to put in the work.
Man. That's amazing, man. I'm glad that your kids get to see you doing this as well. And this is something that you can now pass down to them too.
Bro, so the thing with them, I didn't open the check till I got home, because I wanted my oldest, she's 13, and she has dyslexia. So she struggles with that a lot. So this is another reason, everybody say my kids and legacy and all that stuff, but I want to be able to pay financially if I have to for extra help for her, whatever the case may be, and give her that leg up. But anyway, so I brought the check home. I didn't open it because I wanted her to open it, because she's old enough to understand what I'm doing. And I told her, we sit down, we had a family discussion. My wife, my kids, everybody, we had a family discussion. I'm like, hey, I'm going into this full time. Right before I took your class, like that Thursday before your class started, like, I'm going in this, not full time, but I'm going in this full force. I'm going hard. So we're all a team here. I need everybody to carry their own weight. So when I get on my Zooms, when I get on the phones, I need y'all to be quiet. I need y'all to do good at school. Keep y'all, don't get no extra stress to me. So anyway, when I brought the check home, I'm like, you deserve to open this, because you've been busting your butt. You understand what I'm doing. And I want you to take this over one day. Like, I'm doing this for all of you guys, but you're the oldest, so you have to lead your little sisters. And so she opened it. She was looking at it. At first, she was like, and I could tell like the wheels was turning. She was like, 1, 2, 3, how many zeros? And then my baby girl, which is 6. So I'm like, Jay, you're not gonna know what this is, but this is $14,000. The oldest, she said, what? The girl started running, started jumping around. She's like, where's it from? I'm like, the business I told you that I'm starting. She came, she gave me a hug, dude. I'm getting emotional thinking about it. She's like, Dad, it's real. I'm like, it's gonna be us. Like, I'm not just doing this for me. This is for y'all. And so that right there, dude, the best feeling in the world is seeing your kids seeing you work for something. They're happy and they're proud of you, and knowing that anything is possible with hard work and dedication.
Facts, man. That is so amazing. That is so amazing. And it's that feeling, right? We talk about why so much, because it's not a matter of if, but when the going gets tough. You are going to be faced with trials, tribulations, setbacks, roadblocks, and so forth. But what are you going to hold on to? What drives you? What moves you? What pushes you to keep going, to keep pushing, to keep grinding, to keep hustling? It's that why, your kids. And it's that feeling that you experienced when your daughter opened up that check and experienced that moment. You experiencing that moment right there is forever going to be with you, and going to keep you moving forward in this business to build something now that she can take over. The entire family, your kids, everyone can take over one day. So, bro, this is what this is about. This is amazing. And thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
sharing this. My last question for you now is, would you recommend this to anyone else? Or actually, what would you say to someone that's on the fence, skeptical, thinking that this is a scam? What would you say to encourage them to at least be open-minded enough to check this out? What would you say to make them like, dude, you just got to be open-minded, realize that you don't know what you don't know? What would you say to encourage them to at least check this out?
Dude, the whole cliche saying, if you want something different for tomorrow, you have to change today. So that starts with your mindset. The body's going to go where the mind goes. Or the body's going to follow where the mind goes. And you can sit up here and think stuff is skeptical, but I'm an average person. I mean, dude, you can look me up on Instagram. Like, in order for you to get what you want, you have to work. And like you said, what you don't know, you don't know. The best way to figure it out is talk to somebody or be taught by somebody that knows. Now, do your due diligence, check them out if you want to do all that. But I am telling you, I am, like I told you in DM, I appreciate you so much. Yeah, I had to do the work, but you gave me that push. You and your team, Steven, and I forgot her name, Sharon. Just your team is amazing. And just, I mean, it's well, I don't want to say that. I don't know how much your course is now, the weekend course, but you spend money over a weekend. You can spend that over a weekend partying. And what are you getting from partying? A night you might not remember because you got too wasted. So why not invest in yourself? Why not take that so-called risk? And don't stop saying, what if it don't? What if it do pay out? Then what? Now you just flipped your money times 10.
Man,
just do it.
Just do it.
Nike.
You dropped the mic on that one, man. Listen, I love your energy. I love the vibes I'm getting from you. I love your energy, man. And I cannot wait to see the possibilities that you create for yourself in the future. I wrote it down what your goal was, and it's here documented as well to keep you accountable to that. And so it's here in writing, and we're going to keep track of you as well. And I'm super happy to have you be part of our real family, our real community. And thank you also for sharing this in the group to bring my attention to this first deal. As you can see, the comments coming in already from the post you made in the Facebook group, people congratulating you. It's inspiring others asking questions about it as well. Because others in this group too are trying to get their first deal. They're trying to get started. They're looking for direction and answers, and they're hoping that this is a real opportunity for them as well. And so I'm always grateful when our students are actualizing their success and getting their first deal and building a business. Now, the goal isn't to just close one deal. It's to close that first deal, get that reality check, both figuratively and literally. Now you know this is real. Your daughter, your family knows this is real now. And now you're like, okay, now we're going to turn this into a business. We're going to turn this into a business system that we can build upon and grow it and scale it and never, ever have to worry again. Yes. Ever have to go into a sense of lack or any mindset of mediocre or any of that again. Never have to worry again. Have to worry about asking for someone else for permission to get off work or building someone else's empire or team. None of that matters anymore. Now you're doing it for yourself. And so, dude, this is inspiring to me. It's stories like yours, by the way, stories like yours that remind us of why we do what we do, that keeps us motivated, because sometimes it's tough. Sometimes you got to deal with, unfortunately, some people that are struggling here with the mindset. And it's like, man, I remember 3 years ago, we did not want to teach newbies. We only wanted to focus on active investors because they're already making money in this business. They're already scaling, and they're just looking for some additional tools and resources. It's a lot easier to work with that person. We said this year, we're going to change our mission and share this with those who want to learn how to get started. But we also knew what comes with that. You know, we're going to have a lot more pressure. It's going to require a lot more bandwidth on our part. Me even putting myself out there, I'm going to have to deal with a lot of haters, a lot of drama, all of that pressure. Am I ready for that? And it's stories like yours, Jay, that encourage me, not just me, but our entire team to keep moving forward, keep pushing, and keep sharing this opportunity to anyone that's serious about changing their lives. And so thank you so much for all you do. Thank you for being a part of our community. Thank you for hopping on here and sharing your story as well, because I'm confident it's going to inspire somebody, even if it's just one more person, is going to inspire somebody to give this a shot, give it a try, and change their lives. And in changing their lives, just like for yourself, you're going to change the life of your family, and in turn, hopefully change the community that you live in and be a positive impact and role model to your community and the world. And that's an amazing thing, right? That's what this is all about, is to positively impact millions of lives through a direct result of what we're doing here. So thank you, brother.
Thank you. Thank you. Also, what you touched on with the business part. So with this check, that's another reason why I brought it home, because I don't want to deposit it yet. I'm going to my bank tomorrow to talk to them about opening up a business account. I'm getting my LLC. And before I say that, you don't need an LLC to do this. But the reason why I want to do it that way is because, like you said, I want to structure a business. I just don't want it to be a hobby. So I need my LLC so I can open up my business account, so I can start legit, like how you are, like you have a legit business. So I don't want it to just be a hobby. So this money, like 95% of this money is going strictly back into business. Like I don't even have it yet. That's how I'm looking at it. Like I don't have it. So it's already spent as far as trying to recycle it. And the other thing I wanted to tell you, I've been waiting to tell you this, because I'll be watching your videos on YouTube and all this stuff when you do your testimonies. You always talking about the ladies. Now, I don't mean no disrespect to any of the ladies out there, but just know, I'm saying, if not, then another brother coming. I'm coming. Because I heard you talking about how they be crushing it, they be killing it, they be doing all this. Good for them. I'm happy. I want everybody to eat. Don't get me wrong. And I mean this in a playful way, because like I said, I'm competitive. I'm coming for y'all. Just know that. I'm coming.
I love it. I love it, man. Listen, it's not me. It's the ladies have actually, in the last couple of months, the ladies have been killing it. But I'm glad to see a brother finally step up to the plate and show them what you got. And so this is just the beginning for you, man. It's just the beginning. The sky is the limit. And I cannot wait to see the new possibilities that you create for yourself, your family, and for your future, your financial future. So I want to see it. Let's get it. I love the competitive spirit as well. And we always do a lot of trash talking in the group sometime. But yeah, I want to see it. I want to see it all. I welcome all the smoke.
Mm-hmm. I'm bringing a lot of it too.
I want to see all the smoke, because our ladies are real competitive too. We got some A-type players in there that are.
Yeah, I've been watching. I see. So I know they legit.
They're very competitive. So yeah, man, I'm glad to see you finally put for the fellas. Yeah, putting the guys on the map this month. So thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Last thing I want to say is, man, to touch back on what you talked about with doing it, is that there's two type of hearts. I look at this like when I work out too. There's two type of hearts. Like I feel like I'm overweight now. I'm not playing sports no more. I'm overweight. So I'm like, being fat is hard. Working out is hard. Same thing with this. Like,
yep.
Being broke is hard, and building a business to gain wealth is hard. Choose your heart.
Dude, you're coming with the fire today. I love that. It's your choice to decide which side of hard do you want to be on. Which option do you want? You're so right. That's amazing. That's an awesome clip right there. I'm gonna use that soundbite. That's a great soundbite.
Hey, do I need to get that copy written?
but dude, you're so right. Being broke is hard. You know, even without a damn pandemic, life is hard already, and being broke doesn't make it any easier. But also building a business and doing something for yourself is also hard. You know, which one do you want to do? And so, bro, you dropped the mic on that one as well. Couldn't have said it any better, really. And so thank you, man. Well, enjoy the rest of your night. Say hello to the family for me. And
thank you. I'm gonna make a few calls. I still got a little time on the West Coast.
There you go.
I'm serious. About an hour.
I love the mindset. Hustling, grinding, persistent. I love it. And keep us posted on your continued progress as well.
I will. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Can we get James Melton? Mr. Melton, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good, sir. How you doing today?
Doing great. What do you do for work right now?
I am a police officer.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
Thank
you.
Man. Yeah.
Thank you. If you don't mind, can I say one thing real quick?
Yes.
like you said, not to get too political or nothing, but when we're talking about aha moments, my aha moment is dealing with this job. My oldest daughter, 13, my middle daughter, 8. And then I have a 6-year-old and a newborn coming, my first son. So it's just somebody carrying my name. But with everything going on and we're getting shots taken at us and this and that, my aha moment was with the Chadwick thing that just happened this Friday and with the Kobe Bryant thing that happened. We never know when God's going to take us home. And especially with my job that I do, I never know. And I want to leave something for my kids other than debt and memories. So I've been sort of studying this. Like, I think it was the last person that said that her friend or associate been sort of studying this for a few years now. I'm the same way. I found out about wholesaling in 2015, just sort of been like studying it. And now when all that happened this year in 2020 with the pandemic, Kobe and Chadwick, it was like, I need to do something because I'm 36. I don't know if I'm going to be here tomorrow. I need to leave something for my kids other than this memory. So I don't want to ramble on. I know we're about to do something else, but that's just my aha moment. I hope it touched somebody because you never know what's going to be here tomorrow.
Amen.
I got to turn my camera off. I'm about to get all emotional because of you, man. Seriously.